जय हिंद, भारत माता की जय दोस्तों. विद द न्यू एपिसोड ऑफ नेवर से डाई सीरीज, आई एम बैक अगेन. Guest today is a naval veteran who gave up all his luxuries to start a caregiving venture. How his personal loss inspired him, and is it that easy for him? Let's listen to Captain H.K. Singh of Indian Navy. Welcome to the show, sir. Jai Hind.
Thank you, DP. Jai Hind. Naval salute.
Thank you so much, sir. So the first question on naval salute is this only, sir. Why did you join Indian Navy?
Idea came sometimes 11 when I saw an advertisement. I think Competition Success Review. That time Naval Academy Goa was being formed, and where after 12th you could go to Goa in Naval Academy. So I saw that and I thought I have to go there. I started preparing for that day only. So it was Goa that called me to Navy.
So it is more of a Goa which inspired you.
Yeah, nothing else. I just saw that advertisement. I wanted to go to Goa.
But as I understand, sir, आप Navy में काफी अच्छा कर रहे थे. तो फिर what motivated you to come out?
Right, that's a very tricky question. Like God had given me everything, best of ships, best of career milestones, everything. So what happened? Somewhere around 2012, my mother had gone for Char Dham ki yatra at Kedarnath. She fell down from the mule and she broke her hand. And my father, 3 days, they came down to Dehradun, got a temporary fracture and all. What I could do only is telephone consultation, tying up with Coastmates, other help and all. That was start point. And I thought ki with being in Navy, being in Delhi, my brother in army, everything, we couldn't reach on time, couldn't do anything substantive. When she came home, my wife had to go look after caregiving my mother. My sister-in-law came, my sisters came. So these things taught me ki if it can happen to us, it can happen to anybody. That was the start point. And I lost my mother sometimes in 2016, in month of August, wherein she was a diabetic patient. She didn't take her medicine in time in the morning. You know, if you do that, you get to a particular stage, glucose level misbehave, and you have a silent heart attack. And she had that. So after going through these things, I thought if there is a challenge which needs to be solved. And since then, 2012 was the start point, and this was like, now karna hai to karna hai.
You know what motivated you? You told us, but what exactly you are into now?
The whole idea has matured in the form of an enterprise called Imoha.
Okay.
Imoha, if you put ulta, it looks like a home. Imoha is a concept, it's a movement wherein a lot of professionals, caregivers, Fauji's, veterans, doctors, people who have been associated with elder care industry, people like me, with same, who are worried about their parents. Like the gentleman who's mustered the fund for us, he's equally close to his parents as I am close to my parents. The gentleman who's the CEO, his mother has been a dementia patient for at least 10 to 12 years, which I know for sure. He looks after that. Then there is a lady with me, my colleague, my Coastmate's wife, Dr. Kalum. She has been looking after in-laws and parents herself, all various geographies. And in this company, we run a program. The base level is just becoming a professional relative of an elder and scale it up and manage a tough condition at home, setting up ICUs. So we're trying to move all the functions of hospital at home. Like you're sitting there, I know you are a blade runner, you have a lot of troubles and multidisciplinary doctor teams you require. Suppose you have to go to command hospital, first day you meet cardiologist, next day nephro, third day orthopedician. So it would take at least a full day or day. What we do here, you got a platform like Zoom, all 5 doctors, muster them in your comfort in the evening at 5:36. I send all your reports to all of them. Then they talk. You can get your son also to listen, mom also to listen, sitting in Delhi. What have you gone through? Then they come. Line of treatment is good. You're fantastic. And if they're healthy, organizing a community, doing activity, Zoom sessions in the morning. So basically, it's an extended family of elders for elders. And we have a lot of intergenerational people who support them and look after them.
मुझे याद है आपने मेरी मदर को भी हेल्प करी थी सर, जब मैं वहाँ पे मौजूद नहीं था. एंड यू इंश्योर्ड कि उन्होंने हॉस्पिटल जाना था, यू इंश्योर्ड कि उनको व्हीकल और एक बंदा जो कि जाके हेल्प कर सके हॉस्पिटल में. छोटी मोटी जो चीजें होती हैं, इशू होती हैं, ये मिलना वो मिलना, उन सबको इंश्योर करा था आपने परफेक्टली. आई थिंक दिस इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी वेरी रिक्वायर्ड इन द मेट्रोज स्पेशली, जहाँ पर लोग प्रोफेशंस में बिजी हैं एंड टू टेक केयर ऑफ देयर एल्डर्स. यू नो, दे नीड सम सच सपोर्ट. वंडरफुल सर, ग्रेट. आपको तो मोटिवेशन मिली बिकॉज ऑफ योर पर्सनल लॉस एंड देन यू प्रिपेयर्ड योरसेल्फ टू कम आउट टू द सिविल वर्ल्ड. लेकिन how did you motivate your family to step out of the armed forces?
This is a very $1,000,000 question. I didn't disclose this that I'm leaving Navy to my wife. Though I was preparing it for 4 years, I went to did an MBA on Saturday, Sunday, understood finances, marketing, all those things, planning. I never told my wife why I was doing it. And I told her 2 days before hanging up my uniform.
Oh, बड़ा तगड़ा पंगा लिया सर.
Yeah. But however, as usual, behind every successful man, there's a woman. As I was in this journey of startup, which is a very normal process. You have an idea, you come out, doesn't fire, you burn all your capital, you're then struggling, you have to borrow money, That time she came and she said, your biggest problem is you're into caregiving industry. And you're always worried about skill of the caregiver. You've not thought about it. So then she started something called Finishing School for Nurses, along with my colleague, Dr. Kalo. They started training the nurses and caregivers. And finally, that became a changing point in this whole journey of caregiving that I went into. And suddenly I found things falling in place.
जैसे ये चैलेंज आपको आया, ऐसे और भी बहुत सारे challenges आए होंगे आपके सामने, तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताएंगे?
Caregiving, people say plenty of technologies available. Finally, it boils down to some human being coming to your home. So matching a caregiver with a care receiver needs is like jeevansathi.com. How do you match this caregiving and care receiving? I'll tell you a few examples. There was a caregiver wherein the auntie's daughter had taken a caregiver or a caregiving at home, and the auntie used to sit at the place, and she would always say, "I've written money to." She thought auntie has got all the money there. He started almost literally planned a robbery there. And there was a girl who was 24, 25 years old. She was molested in an elder's house. Do you understand? So these were challenges which any normal guy would have just run away. Why should I get? And these are societal challenges. Thousands of people care. 4, 5 are bound to happen such thing. There came the knowledge of SOPs, running big ships, running big troops. You formulate your own tricks, and this technology and all thing will keep solving it. You can wire the whole house with CCTV and everything. You can monitor 24/7. But these small tricks of troop management, of what we know from our ethos, that is what is the challenge we navigated.
कैमरा आपके दिमाग में घुस के नहीं देख सकता कि आप सोच क्या रहे हो, वो पकड़ना जरूरी है.
Absolutely right.
तो सर ये जो वर्कफोर्स आप इस तरीके से मैनेज कर रहे हो, whom you are employing and how are you training them?
Okay, DP, you would go back early days of your life when you would have been a junior officer of a cantonment. NCOs, who are so capable, man, who would plant a tree overnight. They green the space. They would have generally worked into some license cells, some family support cells, whichever in Army, Navy, Air Force. And these are people we started skilling them in concierge. In India, like going to a hospital, understanding hospital functions. And our Faujis, because they are being trained all the time. And they learn so quickly and they adapt so quickly. So my workforce, all are these veterans. These are the people whom we started skilling the skill, teach them a little bit about municipal corporation rules, teach them a little bit about hospital management, teach them a little bit of how to pay bills. So you have these people all over. The troops are from all, and these people are so well trained, and you skill them. So you created a new skill division, moved them away from just a pure security domain to a community and society domain. And they have become a game changer.
So that means you are resettling a lot of Faujis also.
Absolutely right. The guys who joined me in 2017, 18, they're getting 4x the salary, and few of them are entrepreneurs in cities like Bangalore, Ambala, and all.
And they're doing the same work.
Similar work at a lower level, like a concierge and other level, not into the higher level. They own a company, they provide jobs to at least 30, 40 people, and all a person below officer ranks. So at that point of time, I told them, mentored them. They started with a meager capital of 30, 40,000. Now they own a companies in places like Bangalore, Mumbai, Ambala, Bhubaneswar, Jabalpur.
It looks very fancy कि आप care giving business दे रहे हो. But is it possible कि पैसा दे के care खरीदी जा सकती है?
This is the most difficult question. Money cannot buy care. I have seen myself a terminally ill auntie, dementia patient. Husband is a primary caregiver. And if you enthuse a person, very difficult to outsource a duty of a wife to somebody else, outsource a duty of son to somebody else.
Right.
So here, the intention is how do you motivate these people who are taking over my duty of son or daughter or a wife or a husband? Very difficult. Money can never buy care. It can facilitate only.
So sir, आपने workforce को कैसे motivate करते हो that of course all of them are sons to somebody or daughters to somebody, but then if the person is not related and you are giving care to an outsider of their family, कैसे motivate करते हो आप उनको?
I'll give an example. Like somebody who's from a place called Trichy. Trichy is nearest airport. You identify it, and if she's done a good work of 2 years, I would buy a SpiceJet ticket return to fro. Look, go home. You go need to go home for 7 days. Wonderful. And I said, ki, you infuse that feeling of what we do in troops. Since you would have served somebody whose son would be a big hotelier general manager, I said, sir, 2 days in your hotel. Can you teach some skill to this girl? Next time when she goes to some house, she knows how to cook Thai. Oh, they were wonderful. And then this caregiver, she's skilled. She can get more paid. So these are small things that motivated them. And the best part is you have a Fauji who's got 20 years of retired. His behavior is so contagious to these young people. They get disciplined, and disciplined is self-enthused.
Right.
If your workforce is disciplined, you solve half the problem.
सर कोविड ने बहुत लोगों को इम्पैक्ट किया है और बहुत लोग उसमें अपने आप को लोनली फील करना शुरू कर दिया है. It has impacted their mind and psychology. So do you do something in that area also to help out?
Our major program, which we call Empower, which is pan-India. So this program, they start at morning 8. They have a session wherein a physiotherapist or doctors, they come, they do yoga, physiotherapist. Then at about 11 o'clock, a doctor or a dietitian or somebody from health background comes do a talk. At 5 o'clock, we have sessions like Antakshari. So these guys come together. And the beauty is that we've got a lot of musicians and all, veteran musicians who come and play on these programs. And then we run a lot of virtual programs. So now this virtual program became such a hit. I'm very sure the day our elder gets vaccinated, you'll find these Imoha Elders Party happening all over India. I'm very sure about it. And the other big part that is happening, these elders have started giving themselves to society and they're so happy. So our half of the work is done. Elders for elders hi ho gaya.
Great, sir. I can see the smile on and contentment on your face, but still I want to ask, when you look back of your journey, how do you feel now?
The day you got stripes and you could stand in front of the man, you felt very content that day. So that feeling is the same feeling now. Look, I've got some credit, something I've done for so many people. This is the feeling that I get when I got commission. So I would say it is my second career and second commission.
Wow. So, sir, what is your message to the public?
Make an officer require 3 years of training. To graduate also, minimum you have to study 3 or 4 years. Right? So if you are committed to a cause for 3 years, first year you just learn, second year you're perfecting, third year you have to pass the graduation exam. And if you're committed to cause for 3 years, and 3 years, I am telling anybody who focuses for 3 years on a cause based, on a mission base with the right commitment, I don't see why will he not achieve his objective. If Naval Academy in 3 years can make me an officer and a country can give me 1,000 crore rupee ship to run, so यहाँ तो 3 साल की मेहनत में तो whole world is there to support you to grow. And I'm really telling you कि anybody who's interested taking over this cause can reach out to me. I will be pro bono helping them to grow this cause.
Wonderful, sir. On that note, I would like to thank you for coming on the show, sir. So this was Captain H.K. Singh of Indian Navy. And in the end, he mentioned that if anybody have good intent and wish to learn from him how to establish a caregiving business, he will be more than happy to help you out. Till we meet next time with a new guest, take care of yourself. Stay happy, stay blessed. Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Jai Hind.